You shot straight, but you shot late. High 11. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
This afternoon, we are learning that charges against Kenyatta Bullard, known as Yungeen Ace, have been dropped. He was arrested in April in Jacksonville Beach during a traffic stop. Police say the SUV he was inside ran a stop sign. 7 loaded firearms were found in that SUV, and he was charged with possession of a firearm as a convicted felon. However, the charges have been dropped.
Say man, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And I had to come spin the YouTube block because I just got the drop that rapper Yungeen Ace had his gun charges dropped. That's right, you guys. The felon in possession of those guns, those charges he had, now been dismissed. And I came across this article, and it says something very, very interesting in this article about Yungeen Ace in relation to the Foolio case. Guess what it says, you guys? That he's being investigated for the murder of Foolio. Now, I don't know if anybody reported on this. Now, a lot of people have been speculating, but this is the first article that I came across that actually says it in print, in bold print, So he's being investigated, right? Now, that's very, very interesting to me because a lot of people have been saying this, but here's the actual proof in this article. Wow. Now, let me read what it says, you guys. Check it out. Charges dropped against rapper Yungeen Ace for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Online Duval County court records show that charges against a popular rapper from Jacksonville have been dropped. Yungeen Ace, whose real name is Kenyatta Bullard, was arrested in April on a charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The prosecution dropped the charges against Bullard on July the 3rd, 2024, but he's been out of custody since April. According to the deposition statement, traces were completed for the firearms but provided no evidence to associate the firearms with Bullard. Bullard's phone was recovered, but after a review, a search warrant was not sought. Bullard's DNA was taken pursuant to a search warrant and was compared against the firearms, but FDLE reported that the firearms failed to demonstrate a sufficient amount of DNA for processing. Wowzers. Yeah. There were 4 people in the car with Bullard and the driver when Jacksonville Beach police stopped the car for running the stop sign. The driver of the car, which happened to be ATK Kesey, right? The driver of the car claimed that in a YouTube video that the firearms found belonged to other people in the car. The deposition statement said, mere proximity to a firearm does not establish that the person intentionally exercised control over it in the absence of additional evidence, the deposition statement said. Action News Jax told us in June of 2018 that Bullard was the lone survivor in a drive-by shooting on Town Center Parkway that killed 3 young men, including one of his brothers, okay? After he was released from the hospital from his injuries in that shooting, he was arrested by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for violation of probation. Officials said that at that time, he had violated his probation for possessing a firearm, right? In 2017, he was given 31 months of probation on an accessory charge out of Clay County. The article goes on to say this. In October 2018, Bullard was arrested again for VOP, violation of probation. The warrant from the arrest stated that he did not stay with his itinerary while traveling back from a trip to Louisiana and also visit the Orange Park Mall without consent of his probation officer. In March 2019, Bullard's attorney said that he was ambushed, which led to a shooting at the Hampton Inn in Waycross. 1 man was killed and another was injured. Bullard was the performer at a concert that night, okay? JSO is currently looking into whether Bullard was involved in the death of rival Jacksonville rapper Foolio, who was shot and killed at a Tampa hotel while celebrating his 26th birthday. Bullard released a diss track about Foolio's death hours after the actual murder. Wow, now let me read that one more time, you guys. JSO is currently looking into whether Bullard was involved in the death of rival rapper Foolio, who was shot and killed at a hotel in Tampa while celebrating his 26th birthday. Bullard released a diss track about Foolio's death hours after the actual murder. Now, this is what I was saying. It actually states this in this article. Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters said that the agency is aware of the video and is investigating, but Bullard has yet to be officially named a suspect or person of interest in Foolio's murder. That's kind of, not making sense right there. But, this all be honest here. They're basically saying he's a suspect and a person of interest without even saying that he's a suspect or a person of interest, right? I mean, so let's just be honest about that. But, hey man, that's crazy that they actually said that he's being investigated. But he's not a person of interest. He's not a suspect at this time. But they have seen the video. They're investigating the video. And they know that it was done and dropped right after the actual murder of Foolio. So what does this tell us, you guys? I mean, he just had these gun charges dropped, right? For felon of possession of guns or whatever. And a lot of people are saying, well, they did that because the federal charges are on the way. The Fed's about to pick up the case. This is what's being discussed. People are saying they only dropped these charges, right? Because the Fed's about to take over and swoop in and do some type of recall on ATK and KTA, right? And all these other gangs that are involved, with a lot of the gang wars going on in Jacksonville. So this is the talks right now on the internet, okay? I'm just giving y'all what's being said. A lot of people are saying it. So I'm just bringing y'all the latest and, the updates in this Foolio murder. And I came across this article that said that they were investigating, Yungeen Ace for being a part of Foolio's murder. Because, this is the first time, like I said, I've actually seen this being, printed up and put out there in the article. So I would definitely leave the link to this article that I got this information from, right? It's a 104.5 WOKV Jacksonville News and Talk article that this is written up in, okay? And the verbiage, the way they worded this, with Jacksonville looking into, what it say? It's currently looking into whether Bullard was involved in the death of rival Jacksonville rapper Foolio, right? That's kind of saying and contradicting what they're saying, because they come right back and say that, they're investigating, right? The music video, right? It's like, come on, man, like what are y'all saying here? Like, y'all saying that he's not a suspect officially, right? He's not officially a person of interest, but to say that y'all are investigating the video, the actual Do It video, the Game Over video, right? And the new video he also just dropped. I'm pretty sure they're investigating that too. So to say he's not a person of interest or, he's not a suspect, right, as they're saying. This is very, very interesting that they're wording this whole article like this. And I don't know who wrote this, but like I said, I will leave the link in the description box so y'all can go read it yourself. But hey, man, this is what's being said. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. And until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV. Keep it locked for the latest in hip hop, rap, and celebrity news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. And guess what? I'm gone.